From the top of the First Division comes the most intriguing fixture of the day. Manchester United against Leicester City, or Frank O'Farrell's new boys against Frank O'Farrell's old boys. For Leicester, there's an extra twist. It's their first visit to Old Trafford since they came here 2.5 years ago, needing to win to avoid relegation, and lost 3-2. Today they meet a United side that has Dennis Law and Brian Kidd, both recovered from injury and back in the forward line, but now missing David Sadler, who has tonsillitis. So Paul Edwards makes his first appearance in the senior side since last April. And he comes back to a United defence much tighter than it used to be. A back four in which young Tommy O'Neill makes a very solid, if unspectacular, contribution. Over the past 2 or 3 seasons, this right back position has been a problem for United. They've tried 9 different players there, but none has had as long an unbroken run as O'Neill. Leicester are a much changed side these days, with 3 big money signings in Weller from Chelsea, Birchenall from Crystal Palace and Samuels from Arsenal, who all cost £100,000 fees. And the man with one of the best views in this game, Mr. John Thacker, the referee from Scarborough, who's given up 2 days of a family holiday in Holland in order to take charge of this game. A check of his watch, and away we go, with Leicester City kicking from right to left on your screens. For those of you watching in black and white, they are the team in the slightly darker shorts. They have a white stripe around the top of their socks. Slightly darker shirts for Leicester City. And this throw-in for Manchester United. Willie Morgan for Dennis Law. Cut out by Fern. And a bad pass from him, but Bobby Charlton can't control it. This is to Whitworth. David Nish, the Leicester skipper. Morgan. And Morgan let in by a slack pass from Glover. Nish's studs gets Fern. 6 is Brown. Nish. Steve James. Bobby Charlton, and they're a bit square here at the back, Leicester, and Kidd is onside, and that's one! And in that penalty area for United, Gowling and Edwards, as well as Law, Kidd and Charlton. Headed away by Cross. Morgan. Just too many blue shirts there for United. All very messy. Bobby Charlton! There are still real bullets in that barrel. That was a magnificent shot, and an even better save by Shilton, who was off his line and a yard the wrong way, but he got back and up and turned it over. A real class save. Here's the corner. Shilton looking for it, fingertips only. Samuels to restore some calm for Leicester. Edwards back to O'Neill. James. And this is Brian Kidd with Bobby Charlton just ahead of him on his right. Law has come out from Cross to Charlton. O'Neill coming forward, Law taking over. Edwards to Charlton. Burns to Law. Charlton. Kidd is forward and Gowling is going to join him. And Whitworth sticking to that job very well as Charlton tried to tease him, showed him the ball, threatened to go on, checked, went again. Whitworth matched him all the way. Best got away by Cross, but only to Charlton. And in it comes again for Law to jump. Here comes the corner again, headed away by Cross, back to Charlton, and now watch Law. Comes up as though he's been fired out of the ground. Sjoberg. Glover. Nish. Glover again, and Nish once more. Plenty of men available, but all a little bit on the edges. Leicester finding it difficult to get in where it tells, and that's a good ball from Nish to Brown. Birchenall, and he scored! Four minutes from half-time. There's the scorer, Alan Birchenall. And here's the pass that sets it up. Glover back to Nish. Nish wins it from Charlton and then slips it out to the left where Brown has been waiting, and the low cross beats everybody, and that was a good shot on the turn by Birchenall. 2-1 then, and now back live with Best. Kidd. Best. Flicked on well by Kidd under pressure. Law steaming out there to challenge. Good work by Weller. Brown, Birchenall out on the touchline, and he'd started a run. Dowling to O'Neill. O'Neill to Charlton. Morgan. Plenty of men forward for a cross. Charlton with a shot. All the Leicester defence caught watching the ball coming, watching for the ball to come over for a header by the men thrown forward, and it gave Charlton a chance to shoot from deep. And Mr. Thacker blows his whistle for half-time, no doubt to his own relief and that of the players, and one can't stress how difficult the conditions have been, and in those conditions how well the players have performed. Dennis Law notably among them with that fine header that gave United their second goal, Brian Kidd the first in the first minute, and then the reply for Leicester City by Birchenall. A very good first half considering everything, and plenty to look forward to in the second. As it stands now, Manchester United 2, Leicester City 1. Manchester United then kick off the second half, leading by 2-1, and it may be that the temperature has risen a degree or two because the snow looks a good deal more rainy now. Not that that'll make it any more comfortable or any easier for the players. Clearance by Edwards, intercepted by Sjoberg. Samuels. Whitworth. Weller. Verne. And Bobby Charlton to pick up from O'Neill's tackle. And that was a good break by Charlton, setting Law away on the right. O'Neill going on the overlap if Law wants him. What Law hoped it would do was make room for him to make a run to the byline, but Weller stuck with him. Fern didn't sell the dummy to James. Pushed forward for Charlton, and he used that beautifully. And here's the goal from Law. And Bobby Charlton is entitled to acknowledge that applause. Glover. Birchenall again. Whitworth going down the line. And that's a better ball for Fern. Back to Cross. Glover. And he's got it. That was a fine goal by Leicester. There really must have been about 6 men in that move. Samuels is going to take the corner. Headed out by Gowling. Good one from Samuels, going too wide, but it's come to Weller. And it's very nearly there! Skepney unsighted, and it went off the post. There was a deflection after the shot. Leicester asking for a corner. Cross. Brown, and he's put it wide. Referee digging his watch out of his pocket to have a final check. He's given us an extra 2 minutes. He consults the watch on his wrist, and blows for time, and Manchester United have got away with a 3-2 victory when they looked to be coasting home at 3-1, then suddenly lost their control, and Leicester produced a good fight back. They came here having been beaten only once in their last 7 games, and that by Leeds, and in the last 20 minutes they showed enough spirit and resilience to demonstrate why. But Manchester United stay at the top of the First Division as a result of this scoreline. Manchester United 3, Leicester City 2.